Hello guys, my name is Jana and I would love to share my testimony with you guys. Roy and Melanie came to Sabine County and spent a good 25 nights here, and some went on into the morning hours, and it was one of the best experiences that I've ever experienced. I've saw a lot of things happen over the past week, marriages restored, and children healed, children saved, children baptized, and I say children, young teens, young adults. And it was a very moving experience for me. I wouldn't change anything that happened this past week, and I'm sure that our town may have caught, criticism from people that do not understand, but my only prayer for them is that they, that the next time that they come and experience the goodness for themselves. A little backstory on me is I landed myself in jail about 4 years ago after a long battle with addiction. It was there where I learned to follow God in the dark during some of the darkest hours of my life. He picked me up from rock bottom. I sold out to him on the floor of a jail cell. And even though the next 4 years, some of them were not the easiest, he always had a plan for me. And every path he paved it for me. And I never gave up, and he never gave up on me, even though I probably gave him a million reasons to. In the long run of that, I dealt with a lot of circulation issues, probably, from my addiction. My hands were often purple, often very red. I could not feel them. They were numb a lot. They bothered me. They were something that I was self-conscious about. When we took family pictures, I was always trying to hide my hands. My feet were doing the same thing. They were often dark purple, dark red. You could just tell that they were very discolored, and it bothered me. I remember the night that I was headed to church, I was in deep thought and deep prayer with God, asking God to take that from me. I'm not gonna lie, it was worrying me just a tad. Maybe a little bit more than a tad, and I was telling God, I need to give this to you, and I'm having a hard time giving it to you, so I probably need you to take it from me. The waking hours of the morning, I'm sure Roy called me out into the middle of the aisle. So he calls me out into the middle of the aisle and of course puts his hands on me. Fast forward, and I'm sitting up on the floor and hit with the Holy Spirit and hysterically laughing uncontrollably for what seemed like hours. But I remember the time our church pastor and his wife and her parents were sitting to the left of me. And I remember looking down at my hands, and I was laughing so hard, I was like, where did all this water come from? There was water in the palm of each one of my hands, and at that moment, I thought I was drooling on myself, I'm not gonna lie. And I kept trying to wipe it off, and I couldn't get it off. I was like, it just keeps on staying there, and it was just all over my fingers at this point. And so I remember flipping my hands over, and there's a picture they took of me where I put my hands on my face because I realized they're not purple and they're so warm. They're so warm. I put them on my face and I'm just like, wow. And I have the biggest grin on my face because in my heart and in my mind, I know what just happened. And so the next night I'm telling my friend from church about it, Joe, and she tells me, Jana, that was the rivers of life flowing out of you. You weren't drooling on yourself, that was God healing you and healing you where you needed healing. And it just hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that? That's exactly what that was. Anyways, I hope that my testimony inspires you to come to one of their revivals, because I'm telling you, your life will never be the same, and that is one of the best things I can say. Yes, go. God bless you.